Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, Christmas for a field tech. This one's a simple one, but I can't get it out of my head. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Christmas for a field tech. Background. At the time of this story, I was a Tier 3 technician for a national telecom company that has since been bought out by another, larger company. Tier 3 was the highest they had. After my group, it went to people who worked on global switch settings or manufacturers. Field techs were paid by the job. Oftentimes, shortcuts were made because the more jobs they worked, the larger their paychecks. Simple math there. With increased shortcuts came increased errors. A field tech typically worked about 3 to 4 issues a day. The call. I received a call from a field tech that was having problems with troubleshooting a customer's issue. Field tech, it doesn't make sense. Everything checked out fine with the previous tech I talked to. Everything is provisioned fine on the line. It won't receive calls. I checked all the notes on the account. There was a large ticket history. This customer has had non-stop problems since install. It happens. Shortcuts and all. Something jumped out at me. Can't make calls. Okay, could be anything. Wrong name on outbound caller ID. Simple database update. Can't receive calls. Porting issue? Wrong number on outbound caller ID. Wait a second. That last one was simply not possible. In fact, the ticket was closed as customer education, informing them it was not possible. But I am not one to let possibilities limit my troubleshooting. Patches, okay, field tech. Can you ANAC that number for me? Field tech, sure. One moment. ANAC stands for Automatic Number Announcement Circuit. Every telecom has them. They are kind of a loopback test. You call the number, and an automated recording tells you what number just called it. Field tech, it says 55512345888. Patches, I am showing the customer should have 55512345554. What does the customer believe they have? Field tech, customer states their number should be 55512345554. Patches, is this a MDU setup? Field tech, yes, it is. AMDU is a multi-dweller unit. It is basically a big ol' series of punch blocks used for apartment complexes and the such. I didn't recognize it as one right away due to each apartment having its own house number. Patches, one moment. Let me check something. I pulled up the queue and filtered on possible issues at that apartment complex. There was quite a few. All strange issues that should have been resolved the first time. All completely unrelated. No dial tone. Can't receive calls. Can't make calls. Caller ID issues. Feature issues. I suddenly saw the pattern. Patches, field tech, I need to perform a full audit of the complex. I need every line on the punch block traced to what apartment they go to and every line ANAC'd from the punch block. Can you help me with that? Field tech, what? No way in hell. That is way too much work for a simple ticket. I need to hammer out jobs fast. Christmas is coming. I've got a family to think about. Patches, I need you to trust me. To fix this properly and prevent return visits, this really needs to get done. Who can I talk to? I need to make this happen. Field tech, if my manager okays it, I will proceed, but I am not happy about this. Not one bit. Patches, let me give him a call. Yeah. The manager wasn't going to have it either. Manager, I can't approve this. We are behind on truck rolls. Patches, sir, this will decrease your truck roll queue significantly. Manager, well, I am not going to risk that. I want definites. Each ticket is a truck roll. Dollar patches, this will clear dozens of tickets out of the queue. Dollar manager, if you feel that strongly about it, call dollar director. I don't want to be the one making that call. Dollar patches, no problem. Calling him now. I personally thought dollar manager felt I was bluffing. I wasn't. Dollar director, so you feel we can fix that MDU unit by getting this done? It has been a problem since we inherited it from some company we bought. Dollar patches, yes, sir. I do believe I found the problem and will clear every ticket out of the queue for the entire complex. Dollar director, very well. I trust you, dollar patches. I'll make it happen. Yes, he said MDU unit. Which is redundant. That last part put a smile on my face. I was building up a pretty good reputation with some of the right people. Dollar manager, I just talked to dollar director and then called dollar field tech. He will call you back directly as soon as he is done. Dollar patches, thank you. You won't regret this. Dollar manager, it doesn't matter now, does it? Anyway, I hope you are right. 2 hours passed, and I received a call from field tech. Dollar field tech, sounding defeated, okay, all the work is done. I even lab-led the wires to each apartment. I documented it all on this paper. I can fax it to you now, if you like. Dollar patches, please. The fax number is 77755512334. Waited a minute. Dollar patches, okay, got it. Perfect, this is exactly what I needed. Have you taken lunch yet? Dollar field tech, surprised, what? Oh. No. Dollar patches, okay. Please take lunch. Relax. You've earned it. Be back at the punch block in 1 hour. I will call you then. Dollar field tech, okay. Talk to you then. The fix. Now that I had full documentation on what reality was, I went through the various systems and corrected everything needed. First, I had to play a little musical phone lines. I started with what was physically connected and changed the LEN, line equipment number, to match what line card it was attached to. Then, a quick audit of the features on the line. In most cases, they were exactly what the customer had ordered. It just wasn't physically connected to their apartment. Now, they were. This fix resolved 99% of the issues at the complex. The report dollar field tech faxed over did mention one line was not attached to anything. It was dangling loose. I will need dollar field tech to fix that. The call back. I finished a little early and grabbed a cup of coffee. At the designated time, I called dollar field tech back. Dollar patches, did you have a nice lunch? Dollar field tech, yeah. Found a decent deli out here. Why do I get the feeling I have a tons more work to do? Dollar patches, well, I do have some work that needs to get done. Dollar field tech, okay. Let's hear it. Dollar patches, all right. The dangling wire from apartment 123. You had it listed separately on the chart you sent me. Dollar field tech, yeah, it's right in front of me. Dollar patches, okay, punch that down into port 6. Dollar field tech, okay. Pause, done. I performed a quick check, made sure everything tested good. Dollar patches, all right. For the next part, do you have a pen and paper handy? Got some information that needs to be written down. Dollar field tech, yeah. Was prepared for that. I started rattling off ticket numbers in a slow methodological manner. 123,456. 124,522. 127,332. 128,212. In the end, I had given him 30 or so ticket numbers. Dollar patches, okay, done with that. You got them all down? Dollar field tech, yeah. What are all those numbers for? I will admit it. I had a big old grin when I said the next thing. Dollar patches, those are all the ticket numbers you just helped resolve, and I flagged you as the tech responsible for the field work. Dollar field tech, wait. What? Dollar patches, you just resolved 30 truck rolls today. That was about a week and a half of work there. In one day, just after lunch. Dollar field tech, are you joshing me? You've got to be joshing me. Dollar patches, no, I am very serious. If you like me to, I can give Dollar Manager a call to inform him of your assistance. Dollar field tech, no, that's okay. He'll see the report. Seriously, man. I am so sorry for being angry with you earlier. Dollar patches, it's okay. Given the circumstances, I would be as well. I saw a pattern and needed help with testing my theory. Dollar field tech, seriously? All this over a theory. Dollar patches, you regretting it? Dollar field tech, no way, man. Thanks again. I can't wait to tell the family about this. And that is how you make a field tech's Christmas. This one's a simple one, but I can't get it out of my head. I work in a store that offers technical support for consumer-level technology. A few days ago I had an elderly gentleman that we'll call Pete, name changed for privacy. Our receptionist made him a walk-in appointment earlier that day, and I ended up taking it. When I opened it all up, the only notes I saw were third-party software, hard of hearing. I walked up to Pete and greeted him, saw that he was staring at my lips as to read them, then I asked if he knew American Sign Language, ASL. I've been trying to learn ASL as a sort of side hobby for a few months now. Pete signs yes, and we continue the conversation in sign. Turns out the issue is with Skype, which keeps crashing on his roughly 5-year-old tablet, and he's been having difficulty video calling his wife who is deaf. She lives in a different continent, she traveled there for a temporary work opportunity, and would be there for 2 years. This being the midway point, it's now been 1 year since Pete's seen his wife. Skype is the only way they both know how to communicate efficiently long distance, as neither are comfortable with email or other text-based services. As I go through verifying that he knows his password and making sure there's a backup of his device, Pete and I are signing back and forth and his face was completely lit up. I felt so good to be able to, albeit slowly, speak with him in his language and give him the time he deserved, even if his reason for visiting us had little to do with our physical product. Once everything was verified and backed up, I uninstalled Skype and reinstalled it, had Pete sign in, and used Skype's test call to ensure it wouldn't crash, as it would immediately upon call creation before. Test call went through fine. Sweet. I looked down to write a few extra notes and began to hear some coughs. I looked up and there was Pete, crying while waving to his wife through Skype. Pete called her and she picked up. He introduced me to her and told me that it had been 3 weeks since they'd heard from each other. I stepped away to give him a moment alone. It's moments like these that keep me going as a technician. Even though I barely touched Pete's tablet, fixing it made me feel like a hero. It's been a few days and I can still see his smile. Just thought I'd share, thanks for reading. Obligatory, wow, this exploded overnight. Thank you all for your kind words. Seeing the response I've gotten from all of you has made this experience even better. You guys are an amazing community.